coming up on relatables. You can't see super far ahead of you. Like if it was dark, you wouldn't be able to see super far ahead of you. Like we're in the dark. Everyone's in the dark in life. And so like if you can see the next step, that's all you got to take.
Yeah.
And so like I will say it's easier said than done. But at the same time, it's like if you can keep in the back of your head that it's like, what's my next step? Like I don't need to think 10 steps ahead. What's my next
I think that might be my problem
singular
too.
step?
Yeah, because I'm thinking so far ahead, like what's the best for our future?
Yeah.
Whereas like in reality, I just need to do one thing at a time.
Jake and Artie, the Relatables Party.
The Relatables podcast is hosted by myself, Oddie Clark, aka Mummy, and Mr. Jake Craig, aka Daddy. Hello, everybody.
I thought I was supposed to say mommy.
Oh shit!
You took the words out of my mouth.
I got excited.
I was about to say it and you kept going and I was like, fuck.
I was on a roll, man. Sorry. I always think of something creative in my head to do around Daddy, and then I was like, this time I'm just going to go straight into it, see if he just doesn't say anything. But
I thought you were going to do something about Star Wars because of what I texted you earlier.
Oh yeah.
You know what I did with that as well? I sent a normal message that I would send and I was like, repeat this back to me, but as if Yoda said it. And then I sent it to you.
Did you send it on like ChatGPT or something? Fucking hell, you're using ChatGPT to your advantage.
I went on ChatGPT and I was like, I need to text this to a friend. Can you send it back to me, but as if Yoda said it?
A friend. But now you brought it up, you may as well read the message you sent me today.
Okay.
I reckon my response was low-key better, to be fair.
No, the response was good.
And that was from my brain.
Yeah, that made me laugh. So what I said to Oddie was, good morning, Padawan. Chiropractor at 12:10. I have, but quick, it usually is. A 1:30 start. You wish to do? Question mark? Your Jedi Master, Yoda. And then Oddie said back, morning, Master. Fountain of youth is what you need. Age is becoming your powers. 1:30 start. What is it?
Age is becoming of your powers.
Oh, age is becoming of your powers. 1:30 start. Okay. My time to step up. I'll be ready. Your young Padawan, soon to be ruler.
Nailed it.
Fucking hell.
See, we're not boring around here. We could have just said you're right to record at 1:30, but we make things interesting.
I was like, I want Oddie to wake up to like just at least something to at least. He may not laugh, but he might think, idiot.
Yeah, I did. I think idiot. But Jake, I want to start today with 3 words.
Oh shit. Okay. Can I guess them?
Okay, go.
I love you.
No. No, don't. Fuck, you're a bit full of yourself today, calling yourself Yoda and thinking I love you.
Fuck.
No, that's not what I was going to say. 3 words are work, Christmas, party.
Ooh, we've never had one.
We've never had one. And it's the time to be jolly.
Yeah.
And everyone's telling me about their work Christmas parties. And I was thinking to myself, like, oh, this sounds pretty fun. And I was thinking like, oh, no, we probably won't have one. There's only 2 people at there's only 2 people at Relatable Studios.
Guzman?
But
Oh.
here's the kicker, right?
Yeah.
What's 2 things I love in this world?
The gym and Guzman.
Well, there's one of them. Guzman and saving money / free stuff.
Fair.
And you know what a work Christmas party is?
Wait a second. Go on, but I have an idea.
It's a tax write-off. So we should. Here's a plan. Like that's why all these the companies don't do it out of the goodness of their heart.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. They do it because it's a big tax write-off at the end of the year. All these big they go to hire these places out. Drinks, tax write-off. Food, tax write-off.
Is it a fully tax deductible? Because I've recently learned you know how people have always said to us, that's a tax write-off for you. That's a tax write-off for you. And so many times I'm just like, I don't want to deal with that. But now that the last time we went to our accountant, he actually explained what it is. And some things are fully a tax write-off. And some things are, what was the word he used? Partial?
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird.
Half or whatever. But
yeah.
I didn't look it up. I say we don't look it up.
Okay.
And either we go to some nice restaurant, have a couple Coke Zeros, you and me, get a bit on it, and then, or we take our girlfriends somewhere nice, work Christmas party.
I mean, fair. The girlfriends are quite often involved.
Yeah, come together.
I'm going to my dad's work Christmas party because it's his last one for the company he has.
I was going to say freebie or something.
Yeah. They invited us because it's going to be his last one because he's leaving the company. So and like all of the people that work for him, like all the
When's
wives.
that?
It's on the 14th of December.
Well, go to that one, talk to some people, see
Yeah.
what's deductible or not.
Okay, yeah.
And then we'll bring that to us. Maybe we should get some presents for each other, tax deductible.
It's all tax deductible.
Like you have a little
Secret Santa.
Yeah. But what was your idea?
So, because when you were saying like you love Guzman and you love saving money,
Yeah.
I was gonna say because like Oddie is the king of Facebook Marketplace. This like I'll point out. This is the first phone he's ever had brand new. I swear. Every other phone is just like Facebook Marketplace barter.
I only got it because one of our mates' friends got like 6 of them heaps cheap at work, and I got it off him for like a third of the price.
Yeah, fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Savings. So there you go.
Still a deal.
Another example. But I was gonna say maybe we should like for our Christmas party, just like get together at Guzman, right? Couple Coke Zeros or a nice restaurant, up to you. And we should do your favorite thing ever and try and lowball people on Facebook Marketplace because we are saving money. And because it's at the work Christmas party,
That's a good idea.
whatever we buy is a potential tax write-off.
Shit, I was looking yesterday too, and there was this sick, it was like a vinyl player. In
Oh,
like
yeah?
1950s, and it was in like a big box. It needed restoring. But like we could lowball. I've got that one saved, so I've already got one ready. That's a great idea.
You know what I like about old furniture like that? How it's like that thing has one purpose and it's to play a song.
Yeah.
And now we have like Bluetooth speakers and they're little, take up as little space possible, and now they're like better sound quality or whatever. The thing I like about back in the day was they would make a vinyl player as like a statement piece in the house.
Oh, yeah.
And like, didn't you buy one of those old
I have one.
TVs?
That's what mine.
Oh, yours is a vinyl player.
Yeah, it doesn't work, but that's what my TV sits on.
Yeah, I was gonna say like it's like this old statement piece.
Yeah.
And no one does that anymore.
I know, and they're coming back in.
They are.
Yeah, so
Shit.
business plan, man. We could get some lowball, like 6 people in Marketplace with these old vinyl things.
Shit.
Do them up. But that's a great transition, man.
Okay.
Into what I wanted to start the podcast with after that's all like, we'll get to some logistics of our work Christmas party.
Yeah.
Plan some stuff. So you go do some due diligence at your dad's fucking work Christmas party.
It's investigative.
I assume there's a lot of like smart people there.
Yes.
Go there
The two guys that own the company are pretty smart, I think.
Wear your glasses. So you fit in. Like, hey guys, so I'm thinking about
I had to go buy a fucking outfit for it because
Really?
it's cocktail themed.
Perfect.
And I had to go like actually like my stepmom, she was like showing me what male cocktail is. And she was like, you're not. Like she was like, you have to go buy something like this. So I had to.
Oh, so go do that. Wear your glasses. Be like, hello guys, I'm thinking about hosting one of these myself.
Should I bring a briefcase or something?
Yeah, do something.
Why
Like
not?
that.
Yeah.
Bring like a nice, make yourself look smart. Maybe a blazer and then take it off.
See, that's hot.
Yeah.
It's summer.
But what else I wanted to start the podcast with, this was from high demand while we're doing it, because everybody wants a big insight too. What to get your man for Christmas.
Yes.
And going off what we're talking about with those old vinyl players this is in now at the moment. Get your man records from his favorite artist.
Oi, that is in.
It's so in. And you might be thinking to yourself, he doesn't have a record or a vinyl player. Either he gets one or they're fucking sick little art pieces.
That's exactly what I was about to say,
In your
actually.
room, yeah.
You don't even need to, like, because if he can go listen to it on Spotify.
Yeah.
But having them hung up in your room is like a very cool art
It's
decor
so,
piece.
yeah, it's so sick.
Shit, that's such a good point.
I'm fucking 1 from 1 already. What do you got?
Right.
I thought of a couple, and I guarantee Jake's got 2 of them.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't put them down because I knew you have them.
Okay, well, you're very quickly going to see the route I took with this. Very quickly.
Can I try and guess one?
Yeah.
Okay, one of those, you go to the beach, excavators.
Ooh, I was gonna write that.
Oh, damn it.
I was gonna write that, but I was kind of like, oh, I just don't think Oddie would like that. I feel like I'm so individual in that sense.
I, to be fair, would have.
Yeah, no, it's fucking,
Yeah,
I'm keen.
yeah.
I'm definitely getting one.
Yeah, you're getting one.
Yeah. But, okay. What to get your boyfriend for Christmas? Gracie Abrams tickets, because if you're having a good time, he's having a good time.
Oi! That's a great mindset, to be fair.
I'm trying to say, I get just double whammies in this.
She came on my shuffle the other day. And
Oh, really?
I was like, fuck, she's pretty good, eh?
Have you listened to much of her?
I do occasionally, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
I do really like it.
Because, Beth is obsessed with her. And so I just like, in my little like page on Spotify where it has those like 6 most recent things, she's like always there. And so I've kind of like always listened to podcasts. And then when I've listened to all my podcasts for the week and I'm not interested in them anymore, I'll listen to music, but I always go to Gracie Abrams. And she's fucking blowing up, eh?
Really? I thought she was already huge.
I think it's just like getting more. It's like Sabrina Carpenter now. It's like the same thing. Like they're just like on the up.
I do like a bit of Sabrina Carpenter too.
Yeah, you know what? She knows how to make a pop song.
I know.
I will say she knows how to make a pop song. And it's a little weird because I feel like it's geared to young girls.
She's like my guilty pleasure now.
Really?
I feel a bit like I shouldn't be listening to this.
Ooh, like I wouldn't want to be caught.
Cassie showed me and I was like, this isn't great. but then the exact same thing happened where Sabrina Carpenter popped in my top 6 on Spotify.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'll play it. And then I was playing, I was like, this is kind of a bop.
Yeah, no, it's good. There's this one called Bed Chem. And it's just all about sex.
Really?
But I don't know how she gets away with it.
No.
But girls love it.
I don't blame her. All right, my next one. Things to get your man for Christmas. An Apple Watch.
Ooh.
And here's why. So your man might not be that good at replying. Mm-hmm. He's always got the watch on and replies come up straight away. So he always sees your messages.
And wait, does it vibrate?
It does.
So when you get a text, it vibrates. So that means that every single time you text him, you know he's seen it. So if he takes a while to reply, you know he's being lazy.
That also means he's going to be thinking about you more throughout the day because his wrist is always vibrating. You can always turn that off, but like, yeah.
Nah, who's going to turn that off?
Yeah, it's a present, eh?
Fuck, does that get annoying?
No, I like it.
Oh, you do?
I kind of like it because it gets me off my phone. Like I look instead of checking my phone, I check my watch. And I'm like, oh, I don't need to see that shit.
Fair enough. Can you like go and actually reply slowly? Like,
yeah. It has auto little hack too. This isn't good, but so text messages come up.
Yeah.
And instead of replying, your watch gives you like 3 things to pick from.
Yeah.
So you just click on it. So you don't have to actually respond.
But I mean, like, it doesn't matter that you didn't. You would have thought of saying them anyway. You're just like, thanks for the help. Yeah. It doesn't really matter. At least you replied.
Pretty good, to be fair.
That's fucking funny.
I was like, yeah, because I've been working out and putting my phone down because I can change music on here.
Yeah, that's
This sounds like a fucking ambassador deal for fucking Apple Watches. I wish we got paid by Apple. But
that'd be sick.
I've been trying to get off my phone recently, and that's also why I got an Apple Watch. And I was like, this is great. And I leave my phone down just because I like to skip songs.
No, same. I reckon the coolest thing, because Beth has an Apple Watch, the coolest thing about it I've noticed is, because like she does it all the time. I do it a little bit. I'm not as bad, but she's always like, oh shit, where's my phone? Like,
you can ping it, eh?
Yeah, you click a button and your phone just goes like, boo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh shit, it's over here.
That's
it's like a sonar system.
And there's another present. We're just coming up with him right now. You get your man an Apple tag, and then he puts it on his keys.
And then you never lose him.
You never lose. Or you can do it that way. Or you can ping on your watch you just bought him where your keys are in case you lose your keys.
Oh, he do the exact same thing.
Yeah, with an Apple tag.
I got to say, like, once again, we're not endorsing Apple, but the Apple ecosystem is like completely a different tier to any other ecosystem.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It's fucking ridiculous.
I've heard stories of, we don't condone this activity, where like people have put Apple tags actually in their partner's car and hidden them to like track where they are.
Catching cheaters. Yeah, facts. Why not? I saw a guy talking to I've seen a guy do that. It was a video on TikTok, and a guy caught his wife cheating, right? Of like 30 years of marriage. Okay. Same thing. He puts an Apple tag in her car and he flew his drone up real high, and it have a camera and he's like watches her go to a car park. Hop into this dude's car and they fuck off.
Really?
And he's losing his mind. He's just flying. Like, imagine how fucking shit you'd feel. You're like, I'm sitting here flying a drone watching my wife
But honestly,
cheat.
if it comes to that point, you've got to think to yourself, like, before you play, like, is this too much that I'm doing this? Like, surely the relationship's over. If I'm going to this extent to catch my wife or husband.
Surely I can just tell her that I'm feeling like I don't trust you right now.
Yeah. Like, I've bought a fucking $2,000 drone, a $50 air tag, and I'm fucking stalking you to make sure you're not cheating.
I gotta say, I appreciate how petty some people can be, because I'm not that petty.
Oh, neither.
And it's good to see. It's entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What to get your man for Christmas? Matching 10-litre water bottles, because that's how much water he expects you to drink.
So you both have one? Like that big, like the massive Frank
Yes.
Green. That's like, I don't even know how many litres it is. It's got to be 5 or 10.
Have you ever seen like those people at the gym?
Yeah, I've never understood that.
I think it's like so pick me to
Yeah,
be that guy
it
at the gym that's carrying around a 5-liter fucking water bottle, and also it's like quite obviously BCAAs, what's it called, or EAAs or whatever it is, because it's like, and it's like a clear water bottle and it's like orange. It's not water. And you're like, fuck, just...
There's no way you're drinking that like 5-liter bottle or 10-liter bottle of water in there, eh?
I know.
Is it? Yeah, it's like a flex. He's like, they've watched too much Sam Sloy.
I know, yeah. He's carrying around that big milk jug. You're like, just fucking... Also, just... If you're going to do it, just buy a big-ass water bottle because you're going to get so much more use out of it.
Tell you what would be like the biggest power play that also wouldn't work is, what's it called? So that's branched chain amino acids.
BCAAs,
which is good for you for hydration. But in those plastic bottles, if you reuse them, there's BCAs in them, which is like plastic residue.
It's not good for you.
Yeah, you should go up to one of those guys and be like, hey, man.
Mansplain what a BCA is. Be like, look, I know they're BCAAs, but have you heard of BCAs?
Yeah. That kind of mitigates...
No, it's BPA.
BPA.
Oh, I'm so happy I thought of that because people would have been like, these idiots.
I was thinking, well, we're getting confused with the fucking things. There's too many letters going about. That is a good present, to be fair.
Actually, yeah.
Things to get your man for Christmas. Mine are all good. One of those cool rugs to go in his room of like some of his favorite stuff.
That is a good fucking present.
Yeah.
I would like to point out a rug under a bed completes not just a bedroom, but a lounge room underneath a dining table. We put a rug in our kitchen. It just makes it look so much more homey.
Yeah, 100%. And you can get some cool, like, even if your boyfriend doesn't have any taste, you can get him like some GTA rugs or something like that.
True, he might like that shit. You know what I would like to point out actually is every dude on this planet loves a little novelty item, right? Like I'm guilty of it. Like when I see it, you know, so ages ago, I went to buy one of those things for your desk that's like it covers your full desk and it's a mouse pad, right?
Yeah.
And I was there and I was looking at black ones. And then I saw in the corner of my eye a Rick and Morty one. And I was like, mate, what the fuck? I was like, I want that one now.
Yeah.
And so I got it. And I used it for ages. But to be completely honest, it looks pretty tacky. so I got rid of it.
No, it's the same concept. My girlfriend was asking me what I want for Christmas, and I was at JB Hi-Fi the other day, and I saw a Winnie the Pooh light, and I got it. I didn't get it, but I sent it to her. I'm like, I want this for Christmas.
Isn't that so fun?
Yeah.
But then like you'll have it for a while, and you'll be like, this is actually kind of lame.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I should grow up a bit.
No, fuck that.
But fuck, a rug's actually a good one. What to get your man for Christmas? Now, he doesn't even have to be into this, all right? He doesn't even ever have to use it. This can be something that he's going to put in his drawer and forget about, and then every time he looks at it, he's going to be like, you know what? It's cool that I own that. A utility knife.
No.
Yes.
I'm disagreeing.
I
don't want that.
Got like a $200 utility knife, bro.
You're so weird, eh?
Shut up. Imagine.
What are you going to do with that?
Shh.
What, like,
Listen.
what's on it?
Everything.
So a knife, like a bottle opener?
Like the bottle opener, the pliers.
You don't drink.
A screwdriver, tweezers. Some of them have a toothpick.
I reckon that is the biggest ick.
Wait. Okay. Listen. You'll open it and you'll be like, oh, thanks, cool. To be nice.
Yeah.
And you'll think it's lame.
Yeah.
But it's going to go in your drawer because you're not going to get rid of a present that your girlfrend got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You might after.
And then, I get rid of cards.
After Patreon last week, plug.
I get rid of cards, not presents.
We found out about Jake's insight on Patreon last week.
So you've got this utility knife, right? And then you're going to forget about it. And then you're going to be in this random situation where you need a pair of pliers that also have a wire cutter on them. Okay? And then you're going to be like, wait a second. I've got that.
I'll tell you what's actually going to happen.
What?
That exact situation is going to arise.
Yeah.
But you're not going to be...
I'm not going to remember. I'm not going to forget about it.
No, you're not going to be at home. So you're going to be like, oh, this is going to be sick if I had a utility knife with wire cutters on it. That's in my bedside table at home. Shame I'm camping in Crescent End right now. That's what will fucking happen. And I was also saying, like, because it's your girlfriend, like, fair enough. But it's also got to be the biggest ick. Like, imagine you're seeing a girl for the first time and, like, I don't know, you need to do something, build a bed frame or something. You're like, let me just go get a screwdriver. And then you pull out your utility knife.
And it's hooked onto your belt.
Yeah. That's a fucking ick, eh?
My stepdad, up until phones with, like, touch screens came out, my stepdad had a flip phone and it would go into a holster on his belt.
Oh, to be fair, I could see you rocking, like, a
years.
little, like, lanyard on your iPhone that connects to your belt or something if iPhones weren't so heavy.
I actually don't disagree with that.
Yeah,
I don't mind having. I've got like a carabiner
Yeah.
hook on my keys, and sometimes I put it on a loop of like a belt loop. That kind of looks cool though.
Yeah, I'll give you that. It's kind of cool. But I've got 2 left.
Okay.
Things to get your man for Christmas. You're going to like this one.
Yeah.
Kind of, you said it before, kind of. Birkenstock loafers.
Oh, facts. 100%. Actually, I need new ones, Beth.
Yeah. If you're listening.
They don't even need to be Birkenstock brand. I just need some new loafers.
I think also.
No. Sorry, mules. They're called mules.
Mules.
Yeah.
I think, are they called mules?
Yeah, it's like a Boston mule. That's a shoe. So
I was thinking, a lot of men might think, no, I don't want them. I don't want the Jesus sandal. But when they get them, they'll be like, oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, I actually hate people that say like I hate when I'm wearing them and someone's like, oh, what are those shoes? And I'm just thinking like, there's no way you're looking at these thinking they look uncomfortable.
Yeah.
They are the best thing that's ever been created.
Agreed.
They're fucking the best. I hate people that are like, I would never wear them. You'd wear them if you had them.
And if they don't like them, Crocs. Side note, can't go wrong.
Actually, yeah, Crocs are good. I need just like a classic pair of Crocs.
Yeah, we got gifted something.
No, but they're like weird.
You should wear them. They have like a fucking built-in sock in them.
Weird. What to get your man for Christmas? Book him in for a therapy session because we all know he needs one.
He wouldn't go.
Fuck no.
But to be fair, they're expensive. That's one of the only reasons I haven't gone.
They actually are. They're so expensive.
But you couldn't gift that as a present. Eh?
I think it's a pretty bad thing.
And my last one. Things to get your man for Christmas. Or, fuck your man.
Fuck you.
You might want this one yourself. Relatables, blues and greens t-shirt drop.
The new drop.
Me and Jake are wearing them right now. Jake, do you want to get up, stand, and do a little panner of what it is? So this has been in the works for a while. We've teed up with one of our friends, Harry, at Blues and Greens once again. And there's a flare on the side for any audio listeners. And on the back, it says, I forgot. We're all just here.
You go read it.
We're all just here for the first time. So give yourself a break. Blues and Greens and Relatables.
We got one white one, one blue one. We'll have
I'm wearing the blue. I'll do a little panner.
by the time this comes out, we'll have photos and stuff that we can have on the screen too. Yeah. To give you a real good look. Because we're a bit too tall for the cameras.
But this is honestly
this is the best. I think it's the coolest thing we've ever done.
Coolest drop we've ever done. The quality is insane. The shirt looks good with jeans as a pump cover or just with like normal shorts.
Yeah, I would recommend like it would look really good as to go on like hot girl walks. That we used to like promote all the time. And
the back is so aesthetic and it just pops off the shirt. And honestly, I know I'm obviously biased because we designed them, but it also has a a meaning behind it because we've also been saying on the pod for a long time, like, we're all just here for the first time. Like, why are you so hard on yourself? Give yourself a break.
Yeah, I feel like we just keep, I just, for some reason, feel like we've mentioned it so many times.
Which is really relatable. So either get your man that for Christmas because he has terrible taste and you got to dress him, or get it for yourself.
Yeah.
Or put it on your Christmas list.
Fucking oath.
That's right. Up next, Jake, is a deep chat. I feel like at this time of the year, it's very easy to get sort of lost in your own world. And I don't know. I feel like, no, we have, but we could always connect on a more deeper level.
Yeah.
So I had a question for you.
Oh, yeah.
I might ask it and then I can go first so you have time to digest the question. Or if something immediately comes to mind, you answer.
Okay, yeah.
But I wanted to ask you, what's the most challenging thing you're dealing with in your life right now?
Ooh. Oh, good question.
Because I feel like we're going into December, you got family stuff going on, we got a lot of work stuff going on, life's just chaotic and you're juggling so many things, and wanted to know if you've had anything that's
the most challenging.
Challenging you.
I will, like, on a surface level one, I want to say keeping motivated to train. That would be like something that I kind of feel like I'm at a constant battle with. Like,
yeah, I didn't want to say anything. No, I'm kidding.
Like,
no, I'm kidding.
Like, let's say like back when I was like peak training, like 100% of sessions I was like keen to go to and enjoyed. I think it's like I feel like it's like 80% of sessions I'm kind of like, fuck, I'm going because I'm making myself go. Like I definitely am not going as much. I still reckon I would work out 4 times a week.
Which is still good.
Which is still really good. Like, don't get me wrong. I think that's great. But I just remember it. I used to fucking love it. And I just don't love it as much. And I think that
Maybe you need another goal.
yeah, I don't know. It's so funny.
Like maybe you need a bulk or shred or something because you just like go on to maintain at the moment, aren't you?
Pretty much, yeah. Like I don't track my food.
Yeah.
I don't, yeah. But, and then I think another big one for me is this mental battle in my head, right? Of like, I wouldn't say pressure, but I think just like, like just being in, it's like, I feel like my relationship with Beth is like quite healthy. But like with that obviously comes like arguments and like uncomfortable times. And she's like the first person to like actually, as I was like talking about last week, how it's like I have this thing where like I've ignored my own emotions for a very long time. Like a lot of guys and a lot of, like everyone does. But she's the first person to like really be like aware of it and just like encourage me to bring things up when things are an issue. And like I still am like scared to do it. And my biggest challenge is to just say how I feel. Like, because like Beth is allowed to make me feel like shit if she says something. You know, she's a human. Or like you're allowed to make me feel like shit if you say something because you're a human. Joanna, anyone. But to me, it's so easy. The easiest thing in the world. I cannot stress this enough. The absolute easiest thing in the world for me is to shrug something off. And I just want to like change it a little bit. Like not heaps. I'm not unhappy
Do you
with
want to practice now? What's the last thing someone done that maybe didn't necessarily have to piss you off, but you shrugged it off and you could have brought it up? If anything comes to mind.
What's like the first thing? It didn't actually happen to me. It was like, so Joanna is having, she got friends here from Canada. And for like quite a few months, obviously she's known this is happening. And my dad, he was offering like constantly to Joanna that they could stay at the spare room at their house. And then just before they got here, my parents, they went away. They're still away. And they were talking about, it became like an issue. Like my stepmom wasn't all that keen on it because they have someone there looking after their animals. And I just like couldn't figure out why it was an issue. Like you're paying someone to look after your animals. So like you should be able to say to them like, oh, look, also our daughter is going to stay here with 2 of her friends. You know, like it's our house.
Or you could even say like, you don't have to pay them anymore. They're going to look after them.
Yeah. I was just like kind of confused about it all. And I remember sitting there just and like, I just like completely ignored the situation. And I was just like at dinner and I was like, it was weird. It was like, I noticed my dad also ignoring the situation. Like dad was offering it and my stepmom was not that keen on it. So Joanna was stuck in this weird place. And so then I was like, look, Joanna, like I'll give up my room. Don't stress. I'll stay at Beth's. And just like make the situation easier for Joanna. But I think in the moment, I think in the future, I just want to be not scared to be like, dad's offering. Like, can you like dad and Kate, stepmom, can you guys work it out between yourselves before like dad's offering and then Joanna feels like she can't actually do it, so she has to figure out something else? I think that was a time where I kind of wish I could have been like, just stepped in and been like, this is really weird. But
and I know you don't care, but you're also put out because you don't have your room.
Yeah, like stuff like that doesn't really worry me. But yeah, now I like have given my room up. Which just like, yeah, I don't know. Like I really don't care about something like that. But and another funny thing is like, because Beth lives in Sydney, an hour and a half away. Then we're here recording today, right? And then we can't record all episodes like because Oddie's going away to run his race. We can't record all the episodes on one day because like the quality of the episodes just go downhill as we get tired because like it becomes a bit taxing, like trying to be switched on like 110% for fucking like 4 hours. Yeah. And so we spread it out over 2 days because like we just want to keep the quality good. And so we're recording tomorrow as well. So I need to stay here tonight. Yeah. And so I'm just going to sleep on the lounge because like Joanna's friend and his boyfriend are here. And I want them to have at least a queen bed. I don't want them to fucking be sleeping on a lounge together.
Yeah.
And so I'm just going to sleep on a lounge. And it's like, I don't care. But in that situation a few days ago, I wish I kind of was just like, just fucking let them stay here. Like, who cares?
Surely you can go stay at your parents' house.
But I mean, the thing is like, it was this whole thing about, I don't know, like it was just funky. Like, I just feel like it was a weird vibe.
It was a weird dynamic.
Like, I could go stay anywhere. I could go stay. I got aunties and uncles.
Sleep on the street, man.
I got aunties and uncles that live fucking 4 minutes down the road. But also, it's just like my lounge is comfy. I prefer to just be here.
Well,
especially because I have Henry right now as well.
I suppose here's an idea. Obviously, you don't have to take it.
Yeah.
Because it's already happened. The situations arise, and you said you want to work on voicing your opinion when something's made you maybe upset or made some emotions that you didn't like.
Yeah.
You could say next dinner when this is all over.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Kate and Dad, like, you know how you did that? Didn't really make me feel very good.
I just felt bad for Joanna.
Yeah, you should say that.
I was like, this is so odd.
And it's put you out. It's put you and Joanna out.
Also, right, because Joanna fully up until that moment just like was fully under the impression is the right word, that it was fully fine, right?
Yeah.
And so then, as you guys have just saw, we were dropping shirts, as we just said. And so Harry from Blues and Greens, he's coming here again to stay here. And now, like, Harry will, when he's here and I'm here, he'll sleep on our lounge because he, like, you know, free accommodation, he doesn't care. Like, that's how it was planned. But Joanna's friend and his boyfriend will still be here. And the reason that I invited Harry to stay here is because I was under the impression that actually Joanna and her friends were going to be staying at my parents' house. So then she actually said, Harry, can I have my bed? Happy days. And I was like, oh, sick. And so now I feel like I need to text my dad and be like, oh, look, I know it didn't really work out for these days, but when you're home, is it sweet if they stay with you? I feel like we need to ask again.
Fair.
And it was just weird. Like, I think it's a good thing to need to ask. Obviously, you don't want to assume and just like be bratty and be entitled. But it was just so funny. Like, one of my parents is offering, the other one's kind of not happy about it. And I was just like, I felt like speaking up and being like, you two need to get your story straight before you fucking have one of you offering.
That also brings up like a good problem. The more we're developing as adults, you see things with your parents that they've obviously in a happy relationship and stuff.
Yeah, no, and like nothing against them. Like, yeah, I was just like,
I see it with my parents too, where they do things. We're like, guys, like, this isn't that efficient.
Yeah.
Like the way you're communicating, like you're saying different things here.
It's weird,
And
eh?
it's funny seeing your parents like do that. The more you're developing as an adult and saying like, "Fuck, sort your shit out, guys."
I know, it was so weird. Like, and also it was kind of like, I wanted one of them to either just be like, okay, look, no, let's not do it.
Yeah.
So then they had an answer, but the only reason we got an answer is because I was like talking to Joanna and I was like, oh, look, well, here it's actually, the deal is it works out good because Oddie and I are recording early, so I can actually just go stay at Beth's and look after Henry and work from there anyway. It doesn't really matter. So like, let's just do that. And so it was like, look, it's a solution and it's working fine. But I just really, there's moments where I wish I step up.
It's also, you know how you said Beth's the first partner who said like, brought up that you need a voice like when you're unhappy or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that's really healthy because this might be a bit deep, but looking at your past partners, and I've seen it before, like your best trait is you'll do anything for anybody, even at the expense of yourself.
Yeah.
And I do feel like some of your previous partners have like taken advantage of that attribute of you.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I think,
and also, sorry to interrupt, I would like to point out, like, it's also, I don't think it's their fault. Like,
No.
I think they should know what they're doing, but at the same time, it's like, I do say yes to everything and make everything is as in like, oh no, that's easy. I'll do it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And I really reassure them like, don't worry about it. I don't care at all. Where I am kind of like, next time I'd like you to think about it.
yeah. But honestly, that's such a like healthy trait that Beth's done subconsciously, has said like, hey, no, like voice when you're unhappy, Jake. You don't have to fucking be this perfect guy that sorts out everything.
No.
You don't have to be the resolution to everything. Like you can say, whereas like other people in the past have been like, oh, fuck it. I'm just going to, he's going to do it easy.
Yeah. Like Jake will do it.
He'll pick me up at 4 a.m. Jake will do it.
Oh, fuck.
Well, no, you actually had a really good answer. See, I've got to know what's going on in your head right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of little mental battles going on. Have you got a challenge?
Yeah, I think I do as well. I saw this question. I was looking for like inspiration and I saw it and I was like, wow, that's a really good question. So the question, just to reiterate, was what's the most challenging thing you're dealing with in your life right now? And I guess my biggest challenge is I sort of mentioned it at the start, is being overwhelmed. It's like everything going on at this time of year is good. Like the relatables, we're really, really busy and like my relationship's also really good, and we're planning all these things, and I'm doing all these things. Maybe I'm a little bit overwhelmed because I'm about to run as well, and I've been training, and I've been a bit sick and run down.
Yeah.
There's just a lot on. But the main thing I'm like overwhelmed with talking podcast and us is, I guess, like, I feel like this is relatable for anyone who's like in a position. It's like, we have so much to do. I feel like people look at us and think like we've made it, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like we're also at like the prefaces of like, we've only just made it. Here's the analogy, right? Say we're climbing Mount Everest.
Yeah.
I feel like we've made it to base camp.
Yeah, barely.
Yeah, we've made it to base camp, and then now
And we're struggling.
Yeah, and now we got to fucking do the rest of it.
Yeah.
We got to fucking, I don't know what the other peaks are called, or
Pretty good
the
analogy,
other
actually.
campgrounds
like
are.
Camp 1, Camp 2.
Yeah, and like maybe at base camp, like everyone else like needs oxygen and they've left. So like it's just you and me, and now we have to find like a Sherpa, or like we have to find
We have to find like a local Tibetan, like Nepalese.
or we pay someone a lot of money to fucking take us the rest of the way.
Yeah.
And like that's where we're at the moment, and it's like a mental battle of like figuring out our journey through this business of the podcast, which I do enjoy doing and figuring it all out. And I know we'll figure it out because we have that mindset that we'll do it. But it's also just overwhelming all these different pieces we have to put together and sort out. And it's a must be nice situation for sure.
Definitely, yeah.
But it's also just like, fuck, it's like, where do I start? I feel like that's the relatable thing. You've got
I think
so
it's
much
like, yeah, where do you start?
Where do you start? And like, what do I do? I can put my time here. I can put my time here. And like, what do I do that makes the most sense? And it's also like, I don't know where to start.
No, that's a funny thing. And, you know, and I feel like we've given advice in the past where maybe someone's asked a similar question and we're like, and it's not bad advice, but it's kind of like, you know, you can't see super far ahead of you. Like if it was dark, you wouldn't be able to see super far ahead of you. Like we're in the dark. Everyone's in the dark in life. And so like, if you can see the next step, that's all you got to take.
Yeah.
And so like, I will say it's easier said than done. But at the same time, it's like, if you can keep in the back of your head that it's like, what's my next step? Like, I don't need to think 10 steps ahead. What's my next
I think that might be my problem.
singular
too.
step?
Yeah, because I'm thinking so far ahead, like what's the best for our future?
Yeah.
Whereas like in reality, I just need to do one thing at a time.
No, 100%. Yeah. Like, I think where my head's at is that I think we have a good product. Like, if you think about it, the podcast that you're listening to right now, that everyone's listening to right now, it's considered like our product, right? Even though it's free, but it is our product.
Yeah.
And I think I just want to, where my head's at is I really want to get this product like fucking, I don't know, just perfect.
Yeah.
And then worry about everything else after that, which is, I don't know if that's the right thing or not, but I don't know. I think just like,
Do you reckon it's ever going to be perfect though?
well, probably not. If you think about it, like, to be honest with you, probably not.
Yeah.
But another thing I think about is like, you know, how much more do we want? You know, everyone wants more money, right? Like,
Yeah.
more money would be fucking fantastic. It'd be beautiful. It'd be great. But, like, how much more do you want in the terms of like, if you could be offered, maybe, I don't know if this is a good question or not, but let's say like $1 million a year to do exactly what you're doing right now. Same workload, same everything, $1 million a year. You're like, fuck, that's heaps of money, hectic. But it's like, or, you know, you could have like $5 million a year, but it's like, you know, you are grinding. You struggle to find the time.
I see your analogy. Yeah.
Like, yeah. So yeah, and my thing is like, how much more?
What do we actually want?
Yeah, I think it's a question that I think is a good question.
Yeah. I feel like it's also like broad spectrum for everyone listening. It's like the grass is always greener.
Fuck yes.
Like we're in a great position and we're like, oh, we could be here. It's like same at work. Like I could be fucking a manager or I could be getting more clients. I could be fucking doing this. I could be doing that.
Here's something that might ease your mind. Is I was listening to Shits and Gigs the other day. And in terms of podcasting goes, like, I'm sure they could be more successful, but they really are about as successful as it gets.
Yeah.
In terms of fan base, the amount of money they make, the like quality of the pod, like all that shit. They're about as good as it gets. And I listen to it. Like, I'm a fan of that podcast. I listen to them. And James, one of the hosts, I don't know if I was listening to this on Patreon or on their main episode, but he was talking about how he said back in the day, he was like kind of reminiscing, and he was like, we used to just like not take anything so serious. Like, because life actually isn't that serious. And he's like, it's funny. The more successful we've gotten, the more serious I feel like I take it. And it's kind of like, why?
True.
You know, he was like, we had, not that we don't have fun now, but we had so much fun when there was nothing on the line. And the reason we got the fan base and the reason that we got to where we are is because we were having so much fun when there was nothing on the line. Where it's like, why did we stop that?
I do like that a lot.
Yeah. And I was kind of like, oh, that makes sense. Like,
That's relatable for us.
you know, because we think like we want what they have.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's thinking like, because we met them, luckily, we were super lucky to meet him. You never know. Like, they might have seen, like, if they were to be like, oh, maybe after that, they were like, oh, do you remember when we were at their stage? Like, they've got some fun times ahead of them. You know, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas back, and they're probably thinking like, when we were at that stage, we were stressing. I hope they're not stressing. I hope they're having a good time. Like,
I suppose it's like the cliche setting, like, it's not about the end goal, it's about the journey.
yeah.
And like, I'm looking at that end goal.
And it just like, I feel like it goes with any job, with any school, with anything. Like, I don't know, if you're at uni and you see someone that's in their fourth and last year and you're in your first year and you're like, fuck, they're lucky. They look back at you and probably think like, wow, I wish I was as bright-eyed as them. Like, I'm fucking devoed now that like, what do I do now that I'm done uni, you know?
Yeah. And looking back at our journey, like, it's definitely been so much fun. And like, I feel like also this last maybe 6 to 9 months is the first time we've had so much, what do you call it when other people's opinions come into it, the equation?
Like opinions.
Advice, opinions, people want to make money off us.
People are trying to get their fingers in the pie.
Yeah, fingers in the pie, it's a good analogy. And like, it's the first time, and because we're nice, we kind of take on, which is a good trait to have, everyone's advice and try and make it work. Even people listening, we try and make the best. Like, if someone says something, we might change something.
Yeah.
When in reality, my realization most recently has been, which is sort of the same thing, is we used to have so much fun, but we did it because we thought it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas this last 6 to 9 months has sort of been like, we've been doing it because people have said this is what you should do.
Facts.
Yeah, so this next year, I hope this is enjoyable to listen to our mindsets of what we're going into next year.
Yeah.
Like, I think starting Jan 1st, we're going to be doing things purely, it's still going to be fucking entertaining, but
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, keep going.
it's going to be like purely out of love for it. And because we love it, the product's actually going to be the best. Whereas we're trying to make the product people want, and we're not building, like, we still have a good product, but we're not giving the product we think, no, how can I say
Basically, if you think there's a good product now, wait till next year.
Yeah. Which is
Because
like,
not that we don't enjoy, like, not like, but even think about it, like, we've gone for, it's over here, I can see it says 48 minutes.
yeah.
Like, and we've just spoken deeply about, like, what we've wanted to speak about. I feel like our mindset's already where we want to be January 1st, because we were going to give ourselves to the end of this year.
Yeah.
I feel like our mindsets have already gotten to that point. And this conversation could be the most boring conversation ever, but we just like found it very interesting.
Yeah.
And because we're engaged, there's a better chance that everyone listening is going to be engaged.
Yeah, and also being like self-critical of myself in the past. This is probably bad on my part as a co-host. Like, you might be talking about something and I could be interested in it.
Yeah.
But I will move the conversation along because I'm thinking in my head, someone said this isn't what we should be talking about.
Yeah, like you're like, I feel like the listener's going to think this is boring.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of it too.
Yeah. And I'm now I've got, I suppose this is what fucking growing is.
I know, yeah, 100%. Like, we're literally talking out what growth looks like.
Yeah, what our growth looks like in our journey. And like, yeah, there's plenty of situations where you've been really passionate about something and I could have 100% been as passionate about the conversation. I'm
It's
like,
kind of like,
oh, like, let's move on. so that's what we're learning about, and that's what I'm juggling, which is I'm actually happy to be juggling it.
no, it's exactly the thing. It's like the best thing to be juggling is what you are loving.
Yeah. And I think it's also, I said that one of our like bad traits is we take on everyone's advice, but also one of our good traits is we're willing to try new things.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is like, I think, merit to where we've got where we are today. But
Yeah, I agree.
yeah, I thought that was a really interesting question.
No, I can't believe how much I opened a can of worms, bro.
I'm happy to learn about like what you're dealing with in your personal / surface level with the gym and like dealing with your emotions, which is, I think it's good for our relationship too.
No, definitely. Yeah, I agree. I guess it's true. And then like if we know what's going on in each other's heads, like, you know, yeah, I don't know. Like if you somehow accidentally fall back into like thinking something's not that good, let's say for the podcast. And I'm like, I know Oddie would be interested in this. Maybe just being like, I know you don't want to talk about this because you think it's not good, but let's fucking talk about this.
Yeah,
I don't know, like maybe.
Exactly. And like, you can't please everybody anyway. Like we might as well please ourselves. But do you want to piss some men off?
Yeah, I do. Hopefully there's a good page.
I know, actually, you can read one as well, but I've got one way how to piss men off from Oddie Clark.
Ooh.
So we talked about at the start of the episode, what to get your man for Christmas. How to piss him off. Don't get him a Christmas present. Use the money to buy yourself some Relatables Blues and Greens t-shirts.
Whoa, facts.
And then be like, when he says, hey, where's my Christmas present? Give him a little shitty card that says I love you on it. And then be wearing the shirt and be like, I spent it on this bad boy.
Oh, fuck yeah. And then what's going to happen, he's going to be like, well, it must be a good podcast.
Yeah.
Like, I might go listen. Okay, I'm going to read this, make sure it's good. Okay. How to piss men off. This is for like, this wouldn't piss us off, but I can see it pissing some men off that enjoy a good mansplain.
Okay.
Quote, why don't we just print more money? Odds are, if you say this, he'll respond smugly by saying, quote unquote, because of inflation? That's when you give him a confused look and go, oh, honey, no. What are you afraid of? It's called hyperinflation. Leading capitalist economists actually encourage inflation at a rate of 2 or 3% per year to stimulate a need for investment and prevent deflation. Deflation is, well, you know. I really don't feel like explaining deflation right now. Any pool shark can tell you that this move is called a hustle. However, using this in context is called the finance bro honeypot. So basically, you got to make him feel like shit by making him feel like an idiot.
And baddies, remember that, because I know from experience, my girlfriend's asked me that exact question.
Why don't we print more money?
Yeah.
Really?
And I don't know the answer. And I say something, I don't think I've said inflation, but like, oh, it just doesn't work. Like, I think
I feel like a good answer to why don't they print more money is like, if that question hasn't been asked, we're in a very bad place.
But if you memorize that, you could have put me in my place. Like, actually, it's
facts.
because of this fucking deflation fucking shit.
Yeah, I think we might need to like print that page out.
Yeah, put it on like a shirt.
Oh.
Our next one.
Put it on a shirt.
Our next one.
Oi, you could fucking... the guy that owns this book would have to do it. Is imagine if he got 109 shirts made of like how to piss men off, and then
That's a good idea. Yeah, true. But everybody, thank you very much for listening. 5-star it by the end of the year.
Facebook group.
If every single one of you 5-starred it right now, I said it like a couple months ago, we'd get 10,000 5 stars. We're a little bit off. But if everyone listening right now 5-starred it, we'd get there. So
we get like more than that.
Yeah. So if you want to do us a little cheeky favor,
if you love us, if you've made it this far,
otherwise go give us your money on Patreon. I'm kidding, guys. I love you all.
No, he's not. Do it.
Love you all, and we'll see you next time.